Warning: the following video discusses graphic content and a topic not suitable for minors. Viewer discretion is advised. Hey everyone, I'm Steven from Tostemac and... man, this is gonna be tough to get through. In my personal experience, there are three different kinds of news. There's good news, there's bad news, and then there's this. An article that comes up that makes you so furious, so angry, that you have to draw the line and say enough is enough, something needs to be done about it. So what am I talking about? Well, let me read you the title to give you an idea of what's going on. Desperate parents forcing kids to drink bleach as autistic children become victims of sick U.S. cult. This article was made by Miss Grace McCaskill. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. And this article was made on the 27th of January of this year. And if the title by itself is enough to get you angry, good. It should get you angry. In fact, this is my second attempt at recording this video because the first time I was trying to do this, as I was reading the article, I remember getting more and more angry, and I was like yelling and screaming at the top of my lung at this article, and it got to a point where I had to stop. I couldn't even get through the article the first time around. So, for those who have seen some of my previous autism vlogs where I go over news articles, you may know that I usually try to summarize the articles and give like a short and simple version, and then leave a link to the article in the description box down below. But for this topic, summarizing this or giving a short and simple version would be an insult to how serious this situation is. This is a practice where sneaky salesmen are taking advantage of desperate parents and their autistic children for profit. And this practice kills people, and it needs to stop. So instead, we're going to be going over the entire article together. And then after that, I'm going to show you a link to a petition that's going on where they're trying to get this practice to stop. All right. So without further ado, let's get started. Desperate parents are trying to cure autism by making their kids drink poisonous chemicals. At least 6 police forces across Britain have questioned families over allegations children as young as 2 were forced to drink bleach and turpentine. Some were also given bleach enemas to purge parasites, which a church cult and unqualified advocates like ex-drug addict Danny Glass blame for causing the behavioral condition. Of course, we all know that autism is not caused by parasites. It's not a disease that can be cured. It is a developmental disorder that goes on in the brain. It's genetics. And anyone who claims that there is a cure for autism doesn't understand what autism is. Tonight, as a task force of MPs and campaigners investigated, a doctor warned that the quack remedies will end up killing children. 1 in every 100 kids in the UK suffers from some form of autism, for which there is no medical cure. And Dr. Jeff Foster said, autism is a neurodevelopmental condition which is not amenable by any form of tablet treatment. It's developed in the womb or in the early stages of life. You can't just reverse it, and anyone claiming that does not understand the condition. When you have very extreme measures like this to cure a condition, it's just a roulette game. Eventually someone will die. It's only a matter of time. Our investigators infiltrated a closed Facebook group dedicated to the dangerous practice, where we found UK parents following the use of so-called miracle or master mineral solution for autism. MMS, which is unlicensed and has no proven medical benefits, is a potent cocktail of sodium chloride mixed with citric acid powder to make industrial strength bleach, which can cause vomiting, diarrhea, and dehydration. And that's just to name a few. These are some strong chemicals. And whenever you read the labels on whatever bleach product, there are warnings that specifically say, do not drink this. And if you do drink this, seek medical advice. And it actually says so in the article too. The Quack formula is available on UK-based websites for around £30 or 30 euros. Sorry, I'm not familiar with the British currency, despite being banned in other countries. Last week, we were easily able to buy the product, marketed as water purification and citric activator, from a Manchester-based health product site called pH Health. It was sold under the banner of MMS, with dozens of positive reviews. The solution carried the warnings, keep out of reach of children, and if ingested, seek medical advice. This kind of stuff wasn't meant to be drunk. It was meant to be used for other things. It cleans clothing, and sometimes it can clean stuff in your pool, but it does not clean the human body. Now, I'm gonna warn you guys, I'll leave a link in the article in the description down below, but I'll warn you that there's gonna be a couple images that may seem a bit graphic, but I'm gonna be skipping over that, so for the sake of the video, but just know that you have been warned that the graphic image is there, so we're gonna move on, okay? Yet on the closed CD Autism website, parents discussed their children's consumption of the product and posted pictures of what they claimed were parasites which had left their children after enemas. One British mom, an NHS finance worker, wrote that her son had begun to suffer diarrhea. Another woman suggests kids should be given 16 doses of the chemical chlorine dioxide each day for between 3 to 6 months. 3 to 6 months? With that much dosage of the chemical, you'd be lucky to even live past 3 to 6 months with that amount. In private messages to our investigator, a mom described how she has turned to chlorine dioxide in desperation. She explained how her 2-year-old cried really hard when he was given his first enemas using a water bottle, but how things are getting better and better. Trying to convince herself she was doing the right thing, she wrote, "Some mean people said it's bleach and it's harmful to kids, but it's helped so many." Some parents also talked about the use of turpentine to kill off parasites wrongly said to cause autism. So, in this situation, I have to ask, yes, what the desperate parents are doing is wrong, and the desperation is not an excuse for their actions, but do they deserve all of the blame? I mean, yes, they need to be held accountable for it, but you also need to understand that the desperate parents are victims themselves. They don't know much about autism, and the lack of knowledge can leave them vulnerable to salespeople or people like this who are trying to promote this cure for autism. And unfortunately, this is why we need more autism awareness. I know a lot of people may be saying that, don't we have enough autism awareness? I think we're already aware enough. No, we're not. If people are still asking, what is autism and what does it do? If people are still wondering if there's a cure for autism or if stuff like this works, if people are still asking those questions, then there's still not enough awareness for autism. This is the reason why we need to promote autism wherever we can, so that people can be more educated on the matter and can prevent catastrophes like this from happening. This practice is shockingly advocated by British ex-drug addict Danny Glass, who lives in Thailand and last week narrowly escaped jail after admitting causing his fiance's death by reckless driving. Not really sure if someone like that holds much credibility. Glass, from Margate, Kent, calls himself Sunfruit Dan online and urges parents to give autistic kids up to 7 drops of terps 3 times a day daily to get rid of parasites. Self-styled American Church Archbishop Jim Humble, an ex-Scientologist, claims MMS cures just about every disease and disorder, including autism. Such a cure does not exist. Like, you can't treat different illnesses or different diseases in one category, just like you can't treat each individual with autism the exact same way. Each of them have different characteristics and different problems and different solutions. There's no one solution that fixes every single problem. You have to look at the situation and figure out the best solution from there. His disciple, Carrie Rivera, who claims to have healed her autistic son, recommends giving children 1 drop of MMS and 8 ounces of water a day before building up to 8 hourly doses. She then advocates bleach enemas no less than once every other day. She says you need to do them more often, particularly if you see parasites coming out. Misguided parents say their children stop autistic behavior such as rocking and chewing, but campaigners say that this is out of fear when the treatment is inflicted on them. See, even the children know that this is bad and you shouldn't do this. And if autistics are stopping the behaviors out of fear, then the problem is not solved. And if anything, you made the situation worse than how it was before. Horrified British GP Dr. Foster, who runs a private practice at the Spire Parkway Hospital in Solihull, West Midlands, said chlorine dioxide causes abdominal cramps, vomiting, and diarrhea. If you drink it on a long-term basis, it causes inflammation of your gut lining, stomach, esophagus, and intestines. At some stage, something pops, and then you can bleed to death. For those who are squeamish, I apologize in advance, but this is the reality of the situation here. Your gut will excrete whatever has just been shed from having this irritant, and that's likely what parents are seeing coming out. They might make claims the doses are so small that it's not like giving proper industrial bleach, but no dose is safe. The twisted treatment is now under scrutiny in authorities in the UK. The Autism Commission, made up of MPs and campaigners, is expected to include recommendations to tighten the laws surrounding the so-called cures. Commission Chair Barry Shearman, MP for Huddersfield, who has a 10-year-old autistic grandson, said, "We have heard from parents very concerned about MMS. This is a very large, really unscrupulous group of people out there who take advantage of vulnerable families. Police have probed cases in East Yorkshire, Cheshire, Luton, Dover, North London, and Northern Ireland. In Belfast, a specialist in alternative medicine, Dr. Finbar McGee, was suspended by the General Medical Council over his use of MMS for autism." A spokesman for the Medicines and Healthcare Products Regulatory Agency said, "MMS contains sodium chloride, which is bleach. It has no proven or conceivable health benefit." The Food Standards Agency has also warned against its use. A dropout hippie who last week admitted killing his pregnant girlfriend in a road crash in peddling turpentine treatment for children. Danny Glass, 29, who is not known to have any medical background, claims to have used it on kids all over the world. "Through my own expertise and knowledge on the subject." Yeah, part of the reason this was hard to sit through is because of BS like this I'm reading. I mean, the article is fine. It's just the quotes that some of the guys were saying. Like, how can you even have the audacity to say such a thing like this? On YouTube, he promises people who ingest terps can live a sickness and disease-free life before adding a link to his own website, which clicks through to Amazon sales of the oil. Yet the oil carries an Amazon warning for external use only. His Sacred Purity website also offers his health coaching program for around £30 or €30 for an hour-long Skype session. Are you kidding me? 70 euros for an hour-long Skype session. This is just highway robbery. Like, not only does this person have no experience in the matter, but is basically robbing people of their money. Glass from Margaret, Kent, tells YouTube followers it's going to be very, very rare for any children to get any symptoms because I haven't seen it so far, but someone may prove me wrong in the near future. Glass tells parents to start this protocol slowly, starting off with 3 drops before adding, it's such a small dose that for them to get a reaction would be almost impossible. He warned if children suffered side effects such as nausea, headache, fatigue, and drowsiness after the first dose, that they shouldn't be given another the same day. Glass, who lives in Thailand, admitted causing death by reckless driving after his 6 months pregnant girlfriend, Sophie Anderson, was killed when his scooter collided with a truck in Phuket. He was given a 2-year suspended license last week and said he was over the moon about it. Sophie from Blackpool hit the headlines herself last year when she put a video online of her breastfeeding her 5-year-old son. But that's a different topic. Mom Emma Dalmain has led a 4-year campaign against MMS after being left horrified by the practice. The mother of 6, who has 5 children with autism, joined forces with Fiona O'Leary to infiltrate closed Facebook accounts. Emma, 41, of southeast London, and Fiona from Dublin have reported a string of parents in Britain and America who inflict the toxic cure on kids. Emma, pictured with son Damien, 10, and daughter Skylar, 5, said, "When I first read about MMS, I didn't think it was possible that parents would feed their own children a bleach solution, let alone give them enemas for it. I felt disgusted and sickened." Emma, who has written 2 books on autism and runs a support group, believes the government must do more to crack down on the practice. And there's a picture of her right there. And actually, she was the one who messaged me about this article, and I'm really glad she did, because this is a serious message that needs to get out there, and I'm really happy that she's running this campaign. MMS is a bleach, and it's making children sick, she says. Women are posting about how their children are vomiting in pain, but take it as a sign the parasites are being purged. They call it a Herxheimer reaction. The children stop a lot of the behaviors associated with autism, rocking and screaming, and these parents think they've been cured, but they're simply too scared to do it anymore. If this was happening to non-autistic children, there would be an outcry, but because they are autistic, everyone turns a blind eye. The sale of fake medicines on the internet is a growing concern. Among the most dangerous is a fake cure for autism being peddled online. Miracle or Master Mineral solution is a mix of sodium chloride and citric acid powder. It is effectively an industrial strength bleach, and the people are using it on their children. A horrific myth pushed online by a combination of religious nuts and fake scientists says autism is caused by parasites. And to purge these non-existent parasites, parents are giving these little ones huge doses of this bleach. A whole raft of quack medicine has built up around it, and it needs to be stopped. Some people say a parent should be allowed to make their own mind up, but these parents are often vulnerable people at the mercy of modern-day snake oil salesmen. One desperate parent posted on a secret Facebook group devoted to the medicine asking, "Should we be doing this? Is this normal?" The answer to that is an emphatic no. A probe at Westminster is looking into these fake cures, but it must be done quickly. Doctors are warning it's just a matter of time before a child dies. These evil drugs, banned in other countries, remain available here. We must protect children and parents by taking swift action and banning the drug sale and punishing the charlatans lining their pockets by exploiting the vulnerable. Alright, so we're gonna click the link right here, and you're gonna be seeing the petition that has been made to make these cures illegal in the UK. And as you can see, it's getting close to over 60,000 signatures, my own included, in this, in an attempt to stop this cure from reaching anyone else. So I implore you guys, take some time out of your day and look at the article we just talked about and sign this petition. If you are a member of the autism community or know someone who has autism or is in the autism community, then you have an obligation to do something about this. Like, the people who are selling this so-called cure, the only reason that they're able to get away with this is because we need to get more serious about this, and we need to educate people more about autism. Knowledge is power, and that power can help save a life one day. So go online, go to this change.org, find this petition, sign it, and share it to whoever you can. Like, anyone and everyone with a phone or a computer needs to know about this. This is a sick practice run by sick people, and it's targeting autistic children and having them live their lives in fear and eventually killing them. This needs to stop. And I hope you guys can take time out of your day to help support this. So I'd like to thank you guys so much for taking time to watch this vlog. I know that this topic is not easy to sit through, but this is reality. This is happening in the UK and who knows where else. Wherever this is happening, we need to stop it. So the other thing you could do aside from signing this petition is, if you see something like this happening, say something about it. Report to your local authorities or try to talk to the kid and parents about what's going on. Do what you can to help out and stop this from happening. And on this note, I'm gonna go and end the vlog here. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have taken something from this vlog, and I hope you take time to sign the petition and help make a difference. Make this world a better place for autistics. So thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and until the next video, be safe out there.